Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. Howson completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register.
Oh, great leap! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Iniesta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Chouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Aimed beyond the defence, and it's been played through. Yamal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Terrific effort! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And here's Suarez. And he cuts out the supply. Yamal. Searching pass he's played there. And that is expertly dealt with. Iniesta. And Yamal. Iniesta. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Yamal.
This is the time you need that pace. Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And now they can spring out of defence. Howson. It's a pretty loose pass. And Messi!
Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Ferreira Carrasco. Threads one in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Belletti. 15 minutes till half-time. And it's made its way to him. Yamal. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Hazard. Now that looks a decent ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. A header! It's loose now and they want to... Oh, what has happened here? A chorus of approval here. It's really good play. This is their second corner of the game. And a header! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
It's gone backwards. Now it's Carrasco. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's rising! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Marquez cuts out the pass. Iniesta. Yamal. And he welcomes it in. Neymar. That's a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Yamal. Yamal. Throw in. And it's Belletti. Driven in. That's a decent clearance. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Great vision. Carrasco. Spread neatly. It's a promising position. Carrasco has it in a wide position. Pedri with the cross. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Barcelona come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So off we go again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Some resolute defending there. That's an imaginative pass.
Madrid couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Yamal! It's hit the crossbar. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in.
Now it's Yamal. And he whips in across. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Madrid clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Oh, super find. And he's picked it up out wide. Mbappe. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Yamal. A probing pass. Well read, nice interception. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Good ball, good take. Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Lamine Yamal simply can't escape his critics. He deserves an earful after that.
Azar! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Pedri. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Crosses it in here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Nicely spread. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Well, that pass isn't the best. Neymar. Mbappe. Courtois punts it upfield. Knocks it into space. Hazard. That's tidy. He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And this is getting better and better. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Madrid certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Hazard going forward. Nice control. Carrasco. And it's Pedri. He's having a pop! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he could smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 11.
So their fourth corner of the game. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's to Paul. Hoisted in. And the keeper beats it away.
Barcelona are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. The final 5 minutes. Howson calmly anticipates. Now, can they get him away? And that's a simple one for the keeper. Looking to play him in. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. Goes for a shot! And he's heaved it away.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Neymar, can he get it through? And he was quick to react. And time is up. Barcelona are beaten and they are out. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So things are underway. Barcelona have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work
E aí,
ethic.
camisa?
The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Esse aqui tá no serviço.
Cheguei agora em joguei só um só.
Towering header. Oh, it's fallen loose
Quando
again.
viajou, vai viajar aqui de.
Nearly, but not quite.
Hã?
Vai viajar
Now
aqui
it's
de.
Mbappe. In with the challenge.
Tá cortando muito aqui a...
Now
Só
it's
vai viajar
Yamal.
aqui de, pô.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have
Vai
had
viajar
more of
que
an
dia, tu?
impact on the world game than any other fullback
Acho
before
que é a minha
or
internet,
since.
tô
In what
conseguindo ouvir
regard?
nada.
Well, with his pace, skills and
Tô
his
falando, tu vai
overlapping
viajar
runs,
que
he
dia?
effectively revolutionized the role. He turned the
Não,
fullback
pô, não dá de
into
ouvir aqui não,
a
fica
vital attacking
cortando
weapon.
Goes
teu
for a
áudio.
shot.
Ixi, pois tá ruim, ó.
Oh, Barcelona! Calm, composed, confident.
Tá ouvindo meu áudio aí de
Super
boa?
goal.
Well, that's
Tô ouvindo de
great
boa, eu.
disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Acho que é o fone aqui então.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Tô te ouvindo bem, pô.
Ended up in no
Ou
man's
é o
land.
fone ou é a minha internet, porque
That pass is
nem no
somewhat
jogo não
less
tá
than
entrando.
ideal.
Well,
Ah,
I think
tem tua
the
internet,
opposition
então,
saw
pô.
that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't
Pois
the
é.
best decision.
Não entra não. Já tentei jogar aqui umas
Good ball,
4
good
partidas e
Messi, very
só
much
cai
a
no
man
sinal,
of
só
this
perdendo
moment.
ponto.
And it's Kaká. And the finish! Mbappe looking sharp there.
Tu viaja quando?
Sometimes you can see it coming a mile off,
Quinta.
yet because of the timing of both the run and the pass, it can be hard to stop. Always next time.
This looks promising. Oh, a gilt-edged chance! He's having a shot!
Quinta dessa semana que eu viajo.
Goal!
Tô ligado aí.
And they're threatening
Faz o
to
campeonato lá, o
fly
grupo dos
away
caras,
here.
pô. Os caras já estão resenhando.
Mas tem que saber se o Ralf
What
vai
a
também, né?
delicious goal, stroked in
E
like
Ralf
a
é doido, ele
maestro.
queria me.
That was
Nunca resolveu os
magnificent. The
problemas
way he
simples no
cut it so
videogame, moço.
perfectly. I think he's even managed to
Resolveu não.
surprise himself, Peter.
Se o cara não arrumou, pega o dinheiro de volta e pronto, compra
And
outro.
he's done it again. He's got his second.
Pois é, Pescaba disse que ia levar outro pra ele.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be
Jogamos
expected,
campeonatinho aí
Peter,
ontem,
they've
mata-mata,
gone and
tem
stepped
dado.
it up, something they've been
Bom demais,
threatening
ó.
to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
É bom, pô.
Now
Só que
it's
o cara quer
Yamal.
jogar é igual aquele lá.
Oh,
As
it's
corridas.
burst through. Takes the shot. Just cruising. They are cruising.
Ralf vai, em qualquer coisa ele pega o da minha irmã lá, o
How
videogame
is he
dela e
right
pronto.
now? His boots twinkling at their golden best.
Vou ver
A
com ele
moment
que
that
isso aí vai.
needed It's got in and
Ó,
it
fiz
is
3-0 no cara aqui, o cara
goal.
começou a fazer graça aqui, já fazer gol ponto.
Ah, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I
Vou
really
fazer esse tipo de gol
sympathise.
que tá.
It's another own goal. That is crazy.
Rapaz, bicho, mas a
Well, that's
internet
really
hoje tá...
unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So lead courtesy of an own goal. Pass somewhat off target. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
In it comes. Messi. Zola. And this is Ronaldinho. And he's managed to get free.
That's good play from him.
Lovely feet. It's Ronaldinho! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Udinese are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Messi. Can he get on the end of this? He won't be happy with that one. Davids. Now it's Hullet.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, he's burst through. Hullet. Shot, surely! In he goes again. And there's a goal. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira. Ronaldinho. Messi. Mendes gets a foot in here. Foot in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Back where it came from. No, it's come to nothing. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hullet tries a shot! Goal! Udinese! And the comeback is complete.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Goes for the shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Otto ventures forward. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Azar. And it's Mendes. Now it's Hullet. And this is Pele. Well, the runner's been sold early. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And it's Sola! And that's a good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And this is Pele. And the through ball. Nice interception, well timed. Vieira is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Mendes cuts out the pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Hazard getting forward. Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And a header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Now it's Messi. He's in a good position. Oh, shooting chance! In he goes again! That's another chance! Goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That's the end of the first 45. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Down to business again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's gone loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. A header! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Udinese go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And he's been shifted off it. Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho. Messi. Zola. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Zola. Vieira. Ronaldinho, a player who needs no introduction.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Pelé. Zola. Zola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's Asa! He doesn't look too happy with that. Zola. Now it's Ronaldinho. He's found a way through. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And here's Zola. Zola has got himself a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Roberto Carlos taking charge of the dead ball. So the perfect chance to get one back. And Neuer pulls off a sensational save. Azar. And this is Hullet. Oh, now he can run away with it. Now it's Pelé. Odo looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Here's Vieira. This is a promising build-up. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now that's well seen too. And the counter is on. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's opted for the long pass. Davids. Oh, no question, that's a foul. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
He's done very well to get to that.
Zola clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cahill. Nuno Mendes. Thuram running with the ball. And that could set him on his way. Pelé showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Sostituzione per l'Udinese. Numero 4.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Numero 7.
Messi receives it in a wide position. Oh, facing up to his ad. There's the shot! And how did he not put that away?
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Nuno Mendes. Not the most convincing of passes. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Gullit. Gullit with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Ronaldinho! It is a fantastic goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Udinese visibly
Tá fechado, não abriu não.
up by 3. Cahill kept his eye on it, and he's there. Vieira. Now it's Gullit. Knocks it into space. Gullit unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Aimed beyond the defence. Gullit.
Deixa eu... Essa vista aí.
Yamal. Desai does
Passei
well
de
not
15.
to be outdone there.
Já facilitou.
Zola back and defending. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And the referee brings it to a close. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Deu certo.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Por quê?
And only one winner,
Huh?
Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness, and it was weak throughout.
Camisa é
What
essa?
remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening
Eles
to one and
procuram
all.
no Mercado Paga aí.
Acho pequenininho, ele é o tamanho. Ele foi ter uma na cabeça lá, não conseguiu entrar na cabeça dele.
Pode entrar na cabeça não, você é doido, é? Furar a cabeça do menino, né?